grade. I hope you're doing well. So today we are talking about the letter V. V makes the sound V. I wonder, is that a vowel or is that a vowel or is that a consonant? That's right, it is a consonant. I might have tricked you a little bit with the vowel, but that's just what that word starts with. It's a consonant. A consonant is any letter that's not A, E, I, O, U, or sometimes Y. But this consonant is created by touching your teeth to your lip to make V. It's a voiced consonant. We're going to be comparing, that means thinking of what's the same, and contrasting what's different between V and F, V and F. I bet you already know some words that have V and F in them. Today, we are going to be thinking about these words. I will say them, and you think, which one starts with V and which one starts with F? You can close your eyes if you think it might help. Van and fan. Do you hear that difference? Van and fan. That and fat. Vine and fine. Views and fuse. Finally, volt and fault. Do you hear all those differences? I bet you do. Can you think of a pair that has V and F? That was awesome. Good job. So now we are going to be talking about silent E behind a V. Sometimes words have this in them. V-E, V-E. So like the word love has love. Love. But guess what? Do you hear that E behind that V? No, you don't. Sometimes they're just buddies and they like to travel together, and that's okay. So whenever you see a V and an E, chances are it just says V, love, love. Very, very good. So VE says V. Now, whenever you see a VE on an activity page that we might be working on, it will be printed in darker, bold print to help you remember that it just says one thing, and that one thing is, that's right, it's V. Let me go ahead and pull up our workbook page for today. Our workbook page today is page number 71 in the back, which is 72. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, oh my goodness, we've been doing these all week. I bet you already know how to do this, don't you, friends? So I'm going to, the first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write my name. That's important, even if we're at home. I'm going to read these words in the boxes, and then you, I said you, that's correct. You're going to read these by yourself. We'll do the first one together as an example, but I bet you can figure out most of these words. They're all words that we've learned. They're all words that we've seen. I bet you'll do a great job. Our first word in the box is verbs. Verbs. It starts with a V. Look at that. Van, another V. Serve. Look at this. It ends with the VE, and it is a little darker to help us remember. It says V, and that's all. River. 12. Another VE. Vote. Never. And vet. I bet you've heard all of those words before. So we're going to do number 1 together. Run and jump are Run and jump are Run and jump are 12? No, that doesn't make sense. Run and jump are verbs. I remember that a verb is an action word. I can run and I can jump. So run and jump are verbs. V-E-R-B-S. Verbs. Now don't forget, it's your job to read these and fill in the blanks. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Miss Reich, would you mind showing us the back part of it?
I will, absolutely.
Just so we can take a look-see.
Look at that.
Guess what? It already has the words printed up here for you. But don't get tricked. Go ahead and mark off the words that we've already used. You okay, Miss Reich?
I about fell over.
And I bet you can figure out all of these all by yourself, can't you, friends?
You bet.
Air high five. Awesome job. Now Miss Reich is going to hop in and teach us a tricky word.
Hop is a verb. It's an action. Hi, guys. All right. Thanks, Miss Sane. We're going to look at a tricky word that I'm sure we've heard before. Let's look how it's spelled. P-I-C. Hey, guys. We're going to look at the tricky word for this week. Take a look. See if you can figure out what this one is. P-I-C-T-U-R-E. Any thoughts? That's right, picture. He took a picture with his new camera. Let's break this apart and look at the sounds. Picture. P-I-C. These three letters, they give us the sound pick. And then we have T-U-R-E. These four letters give us the sound at the end of the word, picture. Picture. Can you close your eyes and picture? P-I-C-T-U-R-E. Did I do it? Awesome. Did you do it? Try. Good job. Picture. All right, guys. See you soon. Hey, everybody ready to learn a couple words so that our new story makes sense and it's exciting and fun? Not pumpkin time, but you've seen this word in Halloween time, I bet. Long A, silent E. Ka-ar. That R always gets bossy, doesn't it? Ka-arve. Oh, carve. Is that what you were thinking? Carve. The word carve means to cut something away. I love to carve a pumpkin on Halloween. We have some more phrases with this story. This one's a new one. A bit, a bit. How about a short amount of time? I'll be ready for our story in just a bit. Then we've got drifted off. If you read that and knew what that meant, I hope you're not drifting off. Drifted off. It gets carried away or blown off. The dirt drifted off the carrot when I pulled it out of the garden. Listen when we get to read our story. Carve a bit and drifted off, which means it got carried away. All right, friends, you excited? If you've got your copy there, grab your book. If not, follow along. Remember, when Mrs. Sane and Miss Reich are done, you read it too.
Hi, friends. So here is our workbook page that goes along with our story today. Our story is The Hike. It's 14.2, or if you want to look over here in this baby little corner, it's page 73 and 74 because it's the front and the back. So today, our format, or the way it's laid out for us, is a multiple choice. So all you have to do is fill in the bubble that you think is right and then put the page where you found that information from your reader. Don't put 73 because we're looking at Inside Our Readers today. I'm just going to read the questions and then you go through as we're reading the story together And if you happen to hear an answer, you can go ahead and bubble it in. Number 1, when did Max and Kate dig up the bone? When did Max and Kate dig up the bone? Number 2, what did Max and Kate use to dig out the bone? What did Max and Kate use to dig out the bone? Miss Reich, would you mind scrolling us down?
Gotcha.
Thank you, thank you. Number 3, how long was the bone? How long was the bone? Number 4, who needs to look at the bone to tell Max and Kate the sort of bone it is? Who needs to look at it to tell Max and Kate what sort of bone it is? This means you get to write your answer. Isn't that pretty cool? Don't forget to put the page numbers where you found all of this inside of your reader. We're starting on page 38 today, page 38 in our reader. I hope you enjoy our story.
The hike. The next morning, we went on a hike. After a bit, we stopped for lunch. When Max finished his lunch, he asked, "Can Kate and I look for rocks?" Jack said, "Okay." "Kate," Max said to me, "bring your fork. We can use it to dig up rocks." I grabbed my fork and we went off to look for rocks.
Max pointed at a bump on the side of a cliff and said, "Let's dig that rock out." The rock did not look all that large, but when we started digging, we soon saw that it was larger than it had seemed. After a bit, Max said, "Gee, it must be 2 feet long. We need to keep scratching in order to carve it out of the side of the cliff." We went on scratching with our forks. "Let's tug on it," Max said. "I bet we can get it out by ourselves."
We grabbed and tugged it. It popped out, but so did a big cloud of sand and dust. Max and I fell down. Once the dust and the sand had drifted off, I saw Max standing there with the thing in his hands. "It's not a rock," he yelled. "It's a bone. It's the biggest bone I've ever seen. It was 3 feet long."
Jack and Nan came running. "Goodness," said Nan, "that is one large bone. Where did you get it?" Max pointed to the spot where we found it. Jack set the bone on the ground. Then he took a picture of the bone and said, "We need to get an expert to look at this bone and tell us what sort of bone it is."